All right. Good morning. Just want to start by congratulating Todd Yeagley and our soccer program on being regular season and conference tournament champions. Once again, their just continued success and being the class of soccer in the Big Ten is impressive. So congrats to them and wish them the best in the tournament. Wanted to recognize some of our players for the week from this past week. The scouts, they continue to do a tremendous job getting us ready. Ray Stewart, Aaron Stewart, defensive scout team players of the week. Offensive scouts were Eli Yoakum and Darren McCauley. And then special team scouts were Jackson Wasserstrom and Clayton Allen. So guys continue to work really hard for our team, help us get prepared. Obviously, still just a tough loss on Saturday. Super proud of our fight of our team and just the ability to give us a chance at the end. Really encouraged by the growth of our offense and their development. Very disappointed in our defense. It's on me. It's my responsibility. Take full responsibility for that. And as head coach and that side of the football must play better and really just didn't get the job done. And we definitely played well enough offensively to win the game. So opportunity this week is tremendous. Being the brass platoon, huge opportunity for our team. Our guys understand and thought we had a really good day yesterday, coming back, bouncing back and getting our minds right and having a good day together. And that's our whole focus now is get ready for our first trophy game we have of this season and big opportunity. Michigan State's a very talented football team that just very obvious when you watch film, very physical, plays very, very hard. Just a lot of respect for them staying together and fighting, and it's obvious on film that's what they've continued to do. So big week for us, important game. Can't wait. Questions?
Coach, with a bowl opportunity off the table, a couple weeks left, I know you want to do right by the seniors and try to win out, but how do you balance maybe trying to get younger guys some more reps for development for the future? Kind of what's your philosophy on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think there'll be some that will naturally be involved just because of some guys getting nicked up or dinged up this time of year. But the objective is win the football game Saturday and the following week as well. So two very, very important games for us, for our program, and for everything moving forward. So bottom line is that, yes, some of those younger guys are going to be have opportunities because of their development throughout the season and get those chances during these last couple weeks of practice. But at the same time, the goal is to win the game.
Yeah, what's kind of the plan this week in practice in terms of addressing some of the miscommunications and breakdowns defensively and just how you're going to try to go about fixing that?
So I think from day one, just continued reps on possible scenarios that happen within a call with motions and movements, different things like that, and just continue to make sure all the guys that are going to play are fully prepared for that. And from starting with the walkthroughs all the way through even some post-practice work to making sure that those get fixed and get corrected. And obviously, causes issues on Saturday. So without question, major emphasis, make sure the plan is direct and simple enough to be executed by all the guys that may be playing due to whatever happens throughout the course of a game, and making sure that our guys can execute the calls, because that's what has to happen.
Coach, I wanted to ask you about Donovan. Obviously, you tabbed him as a potential breakout guy as far back as the spring, but since he's moved to receiver, he's dealt with 2 different wide receiver coaches, 2 offensive coordinators, I think 5 different quarterbacks. Just how has he been able to develop in the way he has, despite all those moving pieces?
Yeah, that's a valid point, and I think it's just a testament to him, his talent, his drive. He's just he just keeps getting better and better all the time. And I saw that in him and felt like he could be. He and I have had a lot of one-on-ones about it. And the way he played on Saturday is what I envisioned him playing, being a guy that it's a very difficult matchup and just big, strong, and tough to defend. So just to me, I just think it's, once again, he's just worked extremely hard. He's very coachable. He's very humble in regards to whoever he's with. He doesn't have some big, it's all about me ego. It's not that at all. He just works hard. Whoever the quarterback is, he just give me the ball, give me a chance to make a play, but just love who he is as a person, and which is, to me, is a great testament to his family. And he's been very well raised. He understands how to do things the right way on and off the field, and that's a tremendous thing. He just comes up and shows up every day and works really, really hard, and he's a competitor. So love him. I just think he's continued to say he's just going to keep rising.
This might be kind of an obvious question, but in maybe dealing with sort of the letdown of losing bowl eligibility, the advantage basically of having these two trophy games, of it not just being, I recognize every game is important, but there being sort of something tangible that you can sort of put in front of the guys and say, this is what you're fighting for. It's a rivalry. It's a trophy game. There's something we'll be able to hold up and celebrate if we can win, even if obviously maybe some of our longer term goals are off the table.
Yeah, I think there's no question, and I don't set the schedule. You know, the fact that we play Michigan State at this point in the season, again, I think is, definitely advantageous in regards to what you just stated, you know, and our guys have worked extremely hard, and it's a very driven group, very motivated group, and the seniors, you know, want to be able to do everything they can to raise that trophy at the end of the game, and it means a lot to them. And obviously, even this past season, you saw the response a year ago, and it's no different this year, you know. And so we definitely have a lot to play for, and we understand that it's a testament to your character as a person, as a team, and as a program, when you don't allow the circumstances on the outside to dictate your focus, your effort, how you do things on a daily basis, and then eventually how you perform on game day. So a great opportunity in front of us, and we're excited about it.
Yeah, Tom, the defense has had some kind of wild swings this year in terms of like looking really good one week and then the next, you know, falling backwards. Have you been able to kind of trace why? Is it, do you see that difference level in practice? Or, I mean, is it just, you know, I'm curious, what have you seen behind the scenes? Have you been able to kind of predict where this team is going in a given week on defense?
Yeah, I will say this. I didn't see this one coming. I didn't. You know, there's been a couple weeks where I was concerned about our focus maybe collectively going into a certain game. Was not the case this week. Just really hard to pinpoint for sure the reasons for some of the things. I know you had about 5 pass plays that, you know, accounted for 3/4 of their yards, which is crazy. And I think it kind of caused us, even as, you know, and as we called it, as Matt called it, just to, you know, kind of spook you about some calls that we probably shouldn't have abandoned, that broke down on us early, to stay with them, and because I think we needed some of those. And so, but at the same time, man, I don't think there wasn't anything in the week that I saw that, like, man, I was really worried about this, about them not being locked in or focused or being able to make those communication checks. But I do think it does go back. We keep saying it, but you know, being able to play several different guys, and they got to be able to get in there and make adjustments and be able to, you know, make the checks and do the things we're supposed to do. So, I mean, but it's, once again, it's my responsibility. It's on the coaches. You know, our guys played hard, and they fought and they battled. You know, even defensively, as bad as we played at times, you know, we had some huge stops in the score zone to force field goals. The huge stop at the end of the game to be able to force the punt, to give our offense the ball back, to at least drive down the field with a minute 30 to go and no timeout. So they bowed up in those situations, but obviously, you know, we didn't do a good enough job as coaches. And it's like I said, that's the buck stops here. But the guys practiced hard last week, and I expect them to practice hard again this week. And you're right, the inconsistency is very frustrating. And but it's obviously a focal point for us this week to be able to allow us to be able to play to what we believe is our standard and way we need to play, and we can play. And that's what we got to do.
And I was going to follow up on that when you said frustrating, because you've seen what the defense can be. Does that make it harder each week when you fall back?
Oh yeah, I think there's no doubt. I mean, it's human nature. I mean, if you didn't think they could do it, you know, it's just okay. You know, you just kind of. But when you see, you know, the product that can be put out there on a consistent basis, and when it doesn't happen, especially when you see how well we were playing offensively and on the road, and an opportunity that was so massive in front of us, is just, you know, really, you know, difficult to accept, you know. So, but at the same time, you know, there's a reason for everything, and we got to face it and identify it, you know. So yeah, it is a hard pill to swallow, but you know what, we got to own up to it and move forward.
With Aaron Casey, Saturday being the last time that he'll be playing in Memorial, when you kind of reflect back on his recruiting process to now, what are you kind of most proud of and how far he's come?
You know, I would say just the grit and perseverance that he's displayed, you know, hasn't been easy for him. Didn't just come here and become the guy right away. Took several years. Most guys aren't willing to do that. They're not willing to wait. He's showed tremendous just diligence and being true to himself. He's been very consistent on and off the field. There's never been a guy that's ever caused any issue whatsoever. Even when he's young and wasn't getting to play, just always where he's supposed to be, doing what he's supposed to do, and just growing step by step. It's just been such a neat process to see him just grow and develop gradually over time, and then to be able to play his best football in his final season is just what you want. You want guys to come here and be developed as men and as football players, and that's what he's done. And through all that, he's been consistently taking care of his business in the classroom and representing his family in a first-class way in all that he does. So that, to me, is to see a young man come here and fulfill his full potential, maximize that. It's what you want for your guys. And we had a vision for him as a player when he got here, and he stayed true to that. He stayed with us, and it's neat to see him rewarded for that.
Coach, asking about Andre Carter, kind of in the same light. He's only been here for the 1 year, but in getting to know him and learning his backstory, it seems like he's been a pretty well representation of your program. Just looking back on him this year, his impact, what do you take most from him? Well,
you take a young man like that a year ago we didn't know, and you get to know him through the process. It's a pretty quick process you go through, and you see that you're able to give him an opportunity for something that he wants to be able to do for himself and his future. And then, just being a quality person, just a joy to be around. You sit down with him one-on-one. He has a good heart for people. He cares. He's been through a lot. Life's not been easy for him and his family. And just to see him, choose to be able to just keep going. Even yesterday, coming back, after a frustrating situation on Saturday, and just come back, with a smile and realize, hey, it's back to work, just being a pro about things. And that's what you got to be able to do. And we talk so much about, the future of our guys, and they spend such a really small part of their life playing football. And there's going to be so much more beyond the game, and what their identity is as a man, is never what happens on the football field, even though it's easy for that to be the case. And so just those kind of conversations with a guy like that that's mature, he's been through a lot in his life, and he sees that part of it, and so at the same time, he wants to also chase after being great on game day. So I think we've helped him grow in those areas and helped him fulfill some of those things, but we want to see him finish out the right way. So proud of bringing a guy like that here that fit with us, represents us in a great way in all that he does, and is going to continue to play hard and finish strong.
You're very openly a very positive guy, but a third straight year without a bowl. You have these losses this year. Some of them have come because of offensive problems, some of them defensive problems, some of them some special teams breakdown. When you're driving home after a game, where is your level of frustration? And how, at some point, you just say, what do we have to do to get on the same page? Where's your level of frustration right now?
Yeah, it's, being positive is a choice. I'm not positive because, life's easy. You're positive because life's hard and things are hard, and we have a lot of challenges that we have to battle and things you have to go through to get your guys ready to play. And the landscape of college football is now completely different than it's ever been. And those challenges have been accelerated here. And so it's just a really, frustrating is probably the best word to use. That was I was sick about, that game and the outcome of that game, and just did enough good things, holistically, and then enough mistakes defensively, in my opinion, to not, but you got to protect the football too. We got to, not get a, kickoff return all the way to inside the 20, call back, and those kind of things that you can't do to hurt yourself. But you know what? That's just being able to, the margin for error is very, very small, and to be able to eliminate those mistakes and all three phases to work together, and when they all do, we have a chance to be a really good football team. And so, but yeah, it's been very frustrating without question, and at the same time, I'm responsible, so I'm in charge. It's our program. I've been put in position to lead it, and when you don't get the results you want, it's on me, and so yeah, it's hard to sleep. You don't, you lay your head down and you got a million things going on in your head. And you want it so bad for your kids, your players, our families, our coaches, their families, our fans, our university, everybody I represent. You feel all that. And so I'm just going to keep battling, keep fighting. But at the same time, yeah, it's been hard. Be real honest with you, and we gotta adapt and adjust to the new world that we're in, and it's different. There's no question about it. And with the changing of the rosters and different things that go with that. So, but at the end of the day, we're gonna stay together, keep arms locked, and just keep fighting, keep building, and that's what we're gonna do. And we got a chance to finish out with 2 huge trophy games that mean a whole lot to this team, to this program, and to this university, and that's the plan.
Coach, obviously, Rod Carey came in, excuse me, not an easy situation coming in midstream, taking over the offense. Just talk about, I mean, from the outside, there's been tangible improvement. Just talk about what you've seen as far as improvement each week with the offense and him, leading things.
Yeah, I think, really, really proud of him and the job he's done with our offense. I think obviously Saturday was a great, proof of that he's done a really good job of bringing the staff together first and then bringing the offense together and being able to just see a little bit of growth every single week. And starts up front. Those guys' development has continued to be there. And then, with the quarterback play, that's been, a huge plus these last few weeks. And then the receiver play has been elevated and all the positions, So I just think that there's just a lot to be said about, getting everybody, believing, everybody together and just, getting some more consistent execution, and still got a chance to grow and got more opportunities to improve in that area and could have done some more things, on Saturday, as we all would agree, as we talked and met and watched the film from the game. So, but just really, really proud of what he's done. And you're right, it's not an easy situation to do that at all, but he's come in and taken the guys that are here, both coaches and players, and got them all together and done a great job leading that group. And that to me is very exciting, very encouraging, and definitely one of the huge pluses from this past weekend. Awesome. Have a great day, Elio.